What is going on, my gamers? Today I'm gonna do commentary for this gameplay. It's a boys versus girls. Me and my friends, we all got together and we played each other. But anyways, we're gonna be talking about some relationship problems all the way to jealousy and exes and just make it a little random. But I'm gonna put it all into one, and I really wanna get down to the nitty gritty on this subject because you know what? I get to rant about it because that's just awesome, and you're gonna listen because I'm just awesome like that. A little pompous, I know, but anyways, I got a message the other day, and it went like this. It was like, guys are only good for one thing, and half the time they ain't even good for that. And you know what I had to say behind that? I said, don't let the past interrupt your future. Unclassified attachment to a subject pointing failure doesn't classify judgment for every life. That's because I don't want you to sit there and get burnt by your exes and look at every other person as the same individual. Guess what? This new person that you're getting into a relationship with or you're just talking to is not your ex. Let me tell you something as well. When you get into a relationship, leave all the stupid shit behind. The jealousy, the control freaks. Leave it at the door. Don't be going through their phone when they're not there or they're away or whatever. They should be very comfortable around you to leave it all open in the first place. If they're talking to somebody else and they don't want you to see, maybe they don't want you to see because maybe it's just important stuff. Maybe they're just talking to another friend, and because she's a female, I know how some of you females are, and you hate seeing your boyfriend's talking to another chick. I understand that, but doesn't mean he's screwing her. You need to think about that, and you need to worry about your own stuff before you try and clean somebody else's doorstep. I'm just saying. That's because we all have dirty doorsteps. And you know what? If they're comfortable with who you are, and if you were like just awesome like that, you would do the things they like and participate with them, he's gonna like you, and he ain't gonna be talking to nobody else because guess what? You're making him happy. If you find yourself in a relationship just because you're there for sex, you need to keep it at that. Don't be trying to rush into a relationship because guess what? It ain't going down like that because the two of you want something else. Leave it at the doorsteps if you get into a new relationship, and that's truth right there. I'm gonna keep it 100 on that because simply I've been there and I've done that. Wore the t-shirt, signed and autographed. Guess what? When you're looking for a relationship, you want to be happy. You want to make yourself happy. You want to make them happy. Don't go out of your way just to make them happy. And I was at a time, one point, where I was not happy and I was trying to make somebody else happy. Guess what? It doesn't work out because one person is always depressed because they're just trying to make you happy. It doesn't work. It works 50-50. When you get done at the end of the night and you lie with them, you were there simply because you love them. Because you're down to earth. If you're down to earth, that's what women like. They like that little down to earth side. They like it when you're yourself. If you're hanging around your friends and you're acting like a douchebag and stuff, that ain't cool. That ain't what they're looking for. You need to be very present when you meet them in the first place. Why did you like them? Was it their eyes? Was it the ass? Was it the boobs? You need to find something that you really like about them and stick with it. Don't be switchy-swatchy. When I say that is because when you get down and you want to know them, look at them, look them up and down from the feet to the head and find something that you like. And then you want to look at their personalities. A lot of women out there, you have it all, but you don't have the personality. I like the personality. I like the stupid, the random crap that you say. It can be just whatever. You can be a full-blown geek with tattoos and you play video games and you do music, whatever. Whatever you do, the reason why a guy's gonna like you in the first place is because you have all the aspects he's looking for. Here's an analogy I want you to think about. This will be the last little part of this little subject, but because of your ex burnt you, look at that like a piece of pizza. Just because that piece of pizza fell on the ground, you couldn't eat it. Don't think that every other piece of pizza is going to fall on the ground on you. Take your next slice, love it, eat it. Another thing about exes, let me say something real loud and clear just for you exes. If you are listening to this, I have nothing to do with you anymore. Relationship wise, it's never gonna happen again. I I'm I've moved on. I hope you have too. And if you haven't, you're damned for life. Because if you cannot accept change in your life, you're weak. You're weak because you want to hold on to the past that you used to have. And if you have to accept change in life, plain and simple, because guess what? Let's just say your dog died. Your favorite dog died. You have to understand that dog's not coming back, and you cannot go to a pet cemetery and create a zombified animal just for you to love it one more time. It's not gonna happen. I'm not that kind of guy, and I know there are a lot. A lot of you get people, just in general. You go back to your exes because you want that profound life that you once had, and oh, it was so nice and stuff. I'm not that way. Some of you are, but more power to you, and I hope it works out. But let me tell you something. If they haven't changed, if you notice that they still live that shitty lifestyle, you're going back to the same joint that you used to. Picture it as a crack house that's still a crack house, but on the outside it has new paint to make sure it's undetectable. A lot of people don't change in life, and I'm really sorry that I sometimes have to see that, because the same is the same. It hasn't changed, but it has a new face to mask itself. And that's it about exes. On the side note, I hope you like this. You like it, you comment, tell me your little story, and I'm willing to help you if you need help. But let me tell you something. If you're not happy right now, you need to get out of that situation. If you are married and you are unhappy, I understand that is a lot harder, but you need to talk to each other, communicate that you are not happy. How can you fix it? But let me tell you something. If you are not happy, you need to find a way to make it happy, or it's not going to work, because two people make one. I quote this: make yourself happy, do unto others what you would do to yourself. Peace out.